is after long one. Okay. That was good. This on the weekend. Okay. Okay. All right. Great.
Turangana Tui Suva, Mr. Paul Hutton, Vice President of the Hilton Group of Hotels for Australasia, Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of Sugar and Multi-Ethnic Affairs, Mr. Yogesh Karan, representatives of the Carpenters group. I can see some of the who's and who from the private sector. And I welcome my friend Pramesh Sharma from New Zealand, senior executives of the media, friends, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to be here today to be part of this topping ceremony of the Hilton Garden Inn HGI project. And we've just heard the history of the Carpenters group in Fiji, and this is a milestone project for the Carpenters group. I remember W.R. Carpenters owning all these large parcels of freehold land in Vanuatu. And my parents and grandparents formed cooperatives to buy parcels of those freehold land. And I today own a few plots there, I can tell you that, in case some of them don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, this impressive 75 million hotel investment is scheduled to be opened, I'm told by Paul, by August 2025, and it will comprise of 178 rooms with amenities such as a restaurant, bar, swimming pool, car park, together with backup power and water supply. I'm told that this is the first phase of the broader Suva foreshore development, with the second phase being a waterfront retail development that will attract both local and international retailers. Friends, I just wanted to also say that as a government, we recognize the crucial role of the private sector in driving economic growth and development in the country. On Tuesday, as many of you would know, we launched the Fiji's National Development Plan 2025-2029 and Vision 2050, with the vision of empowering the people of Fiji through unity. This vision has been translated into three pillars, namely economic resilience, people empowerment, and good governance. And the ultimate goal of the NDP is to bring greater prosperity to the nation, reduce poverty, and improve the social and economic well-being of our people. And I know some people are cynical, but the plan is ambitious, and we deliberately have made it ambitious, and we are saying that Fiji should reach the status of a high-income country in the next 25 to 30 years. In the NDP, where we talk about private sector participation in the economy, is what we call one of the X factors of building economic resilience. And we have made notable progress in providing a conducive ecosystem for both domestic and foreign private sector investment in the economy. And I know I can see Lisa Apted and Pradeep Patel, members of the Fiscal Review Committee. We are involving a lot of private sector people into many of our task force committees, because we know and we value their input. And sometimes in government, within the bureaucracy, we don't see all the problems that exist out there as constraints for our investors and those potentially seeking an investment destination such as Fiji. So friends, ladies and gentlemen, Fiji's ability to attract large-scale investment like the Hilton Garden Inn is a clear reflection of the trust that investors have in our country and in our economy. Our commitment to sound fiscal policies, economic reforms, and maintaining macroeconomic stability has ensured that Fiji remains competitive and an attractive investment destination. In the last 18 to 20 months, we have ensured that we take a very consultative, dialogue-based approach in our policy making. And by doing that, we have provided consistency, predictability, and certainty of policies, because we know that investor confidence in the credibility, the stability, predictability, and consistency of policies is crucial in driving sustainable development. And I can assure you, all our domestic investors, potential foreign investors, and those who are already here, that we will continue to prioritize policies that support an environment for conducive growth, investment, innovation, and entrepreneurship. And I think this project itself is an inspiration to other investors who are looking at Fiji as a potential investment destination. As has been said already on many occasions, tourism remains a vital pillar of our economy, contributing significantly to GDP and employment. While we are simultaneously promoting more diversification, we have put in policies to ensure that we do not just rely on tourism, but the fact remains that tourism is a very, very significant contributor and will remain so in the future as well. So with the addition of the Hilton Garden into Fiji's hospitality, what I call portfolio, we are further strengthening our tourism infrastructure. We signed a World Bank project last year, 400 million Fijian dollars for the next 10 years for the Vanuatu Tourism Development Program. And that itself is a demonstration that the government and all of us in government want to ensure that tourism development not only remains in Vetilevu, but we are also taking it to other parts of Fiji. The strategic location, as I was saying to Paul earlier in my conversation, will add to the city's already international reputation, not only as a hub of the Pacific, but also a gateway to the bigger global market, not only for investment, but also for tourism. From December, we are now going to fly direct to another destination in the US, Dallas, and it is expected that it will not only open up more tourists coming into Fiji, but also more investment into the country from the US. Fiji's strategic location, and indeed Suva's strategic location, and we have seen in the last 18 to 20 months a marked increase in the diplomatic activity, diplomatic presence, and the demand for accommodation and other business travel facilities in Suva, but more generally in Fiji. We are always saying also that the synergy between the tourism sector and other sectors cannot be underestimated. A flourishing tourism industry cascades into all other sectors of our economy, including agriculture, manufacturing, retail and transport sectors and other service industries. And we are very pleased that Hilton Garden Inn will open this magnificent facility in August 2025. I want to therefore take this opportunity to thank the Carpenters Group and all those people who were involved in this, and the fact that you've been in the country for the last 156 years itself is an indication of your resolve and your foresight in ensuring that we are able to take this project and duplicate many others like this in the future. I know you operate a number of other divisions in Fiji, Morris Hestrom Supermarket, Max Value Supermarket, Carpenters Finance, Carpenters Shipping, Carpenters Head Office, MH Money Express, Carpenters Waters, Industrial and Marine Engineering Limited, and Carpenters Motors. So your vision has already been there, and you are developing new and better ones as a result of these types of projects. And this particular one is going to add to that portfolio. I also want to, in conclusion, assure all our investors, particularly our domestic investors, our local investors, that the government is working very hard, whether it's to do with immigration, whether it's to do with approvals, whether it's to do with bureaucracy within government. We are very, very determined to ensure that in the shortest possible time, we are able to do away with some of these constraints and bottlenecks that some of our private sector players may be experiencing or have experienced in the past. So with those few words, I would like to once again congratulate the Carpenters Group, the Hilton Group, and Paul, thank you for the confidence. As I said, we expect more like this here. And I want to wish all of you all the very best. Thank you. Vinaka Vakalin.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's absolutely my pleasure, and those are my colleagues, Mr. Ranaga
here who looks after development, Mrs. Gold, who looks after our PR and comms, so my Hilton colleagues, on this really special occasion here on the Suva foreshore. Obviously, I'd like to particularly acknowledge and welcome, and it was a pleasure to have met you today, sir, Deputy Prime Minister, Minister for Finance, Strategic Planning, National Development and Statistics, the Honourable Professor Biman Prasad, senior members of the Diplomatic Corps, Tui Suva Ratu Sanaila Bandunavosa. Thank you, sir, for joining us today. The directors, obviously, of Carpenters, our long-term partners, and of course, Sinclair Group, and my colleagues I've mentioned. It's truly wonderful to be alongside all of you here and our partners, particularly Carpenters Group, to celebrate the topping off of the Hilton Garden Inn Suva. The hotel is well on track and is scheduled to open in Q4 next year. This hotel would join an existing portfolio of 33 hotels across Australasia, and of course will be the first property for us as a Hilton Garden Inn in Fiji. It joins the Hilton Fiji Beach Resort and Spa and the Doubletree Hilton Sonasale in your country. So with successful expansions so far recently in Western Australia and Northern Territory in Australia, we're thrilled to announce the addition of the Hilton Garden Inn Suva to our expanding portfolio of this brand. This latest project marks 6 Hilton Garden Inn projects that are now underway, and we're set to triple the brand's presence across Australasia in the next 5 years. With the Hilton Garden Inn Suva is completed, it'll feature 178 rooms, a restaurant and bar, gym and pool, and for us will be the first mixed-use waterfront development in Suva with over 40,000 square feet of retail, entertainment, dining venues, and more than 50,000 square meters of commercial and hotel space. So, what is the Hilton Garden Inn brand, you may be thinking? And how does it sit with Hilton's other brands? Well, Hilton is indeed one of our fastest growing brands. It currently has over 1,000 Hilton Garden Inns around the world, across 62 countries globally, and particularly, and most importantly, for the external visitors coming to Fiji in many of those source markets who would come into this country. So when you check into a Hilton Garden Inn, you can expect a full service and a high quality hotel. The hallmarks of the Hilton Garden Inn experience are relaxed and an informal ambiance and service culture. The award-winning Hilton Garden Inn brand provides business and leisure guests with upscale, affordable accommodation, modern amenities for an experience that is simply on another level. Hilton Garden Inn promises and affirms the brand's goal to make every guest's stay better and brighter, which is our catchphrase. So at this juncture, I'd simply like to thank you and our partners for this wonderful opportunity to work together to bring this great brand to Fiji. I would like to end by saying that we certainly look forward to welcoming all of you to the hotel when it opens in 2025. Thank you.